Hello friends, this is Akanksha and today we will discuss something about how to crack interviews, how to deal with the counter questions, the questions in which you're not finding yourself comfortable in means you're finding yourself uncomfortable one, means you don't know the answer. There are some standard questions which they ask from each and every candidate, whereas there are some other questions which varies from person to person. I'm not going to tell you anything beyond the level. With whatever the things I'm going to tell you, this is all my personal experiences regarding PO interviews. Okay, so now let's initiate with that. See, the most important thing is your body language. You have to look damn confident from your body in itself. The movement of your hands when you are talking. The how to enter in the room, how to sit on a chair, and the important thing is this, eye contact. Okay. See, the eye contact is mandatory because your confidence level also gets boosted up at that moment, okay? The questions in which you are finding yourself uncomfortable one in that questions also, okay? So, guys, I'm going to tell you my personal experience as I told you before only. So, if I'm going to discuss with you all that, then some of my experiences are really very good, whereas some of them are really very bad. One of the bad experience was the insurance exam interview. In that interview, the panel rarely asked me something about myself, something about my interest, my hobbies, means very rare things were asked about me. They only asked me what was your educational qualification, tell me something about your background regarding education one. They started to ask me back-to-back questions related to physics, electronics and mathematics. Yeah, that was surprising one. They asked me something theoretical one, which I remember which I have studied in my graduation or inter exam, somewhat you can say. In physics, they asked me lots of things regarding physics. Yeah, for example, I can say Snell's law. Whoever are from science background, they might be knowing that. Snell's law. What is the importance of that? Several things. Whatever I was answering them, they were having the counter question. Archimedes principle, there were several things regarding mathematics. What is the difference between integration and differentiation? Regarding electronics, in electronics the questions were related to various gates, AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, something related with that, different gates, and some inventions also. Means they took near about 15 to 20 minutes and the questions were totally oriented on electronics, physics as well as mathematics. The result after interview was negative one because maximum times I have to say, maximum in the sense I mean 60 to 70% times I have to say, sorry sir, sorry and sorry. Maximum times I have to say this. But never mind. In life, each and every whatever situation you are facing, each and every situation is giving you some sort of experiences. So now let's move on to some standard questions which they ask. The first and the foremost question which they will ask you will be, tell us something about yourself. Now, this is really a very interesting question. You can explain yourself, but don't take it on a very long parameter. You have to explain yourself in a very simplified way. Don't take it on a very long note, okay? Tell them your name. Your name is already there in their hands, written in your biodata, but then also you have to tell them your name. And please don't initiate your name by saying myself. It is grammatically incorrect word. You have to tell your name by saying that my name is Akanksha Pandey. You have to say your name by the additional sentence that is saying my name is this XYZ, okay? You have to tell them about your native place. But don't give them a very blunt reply that you belong to Delhi or you belong to Lucknow or you belong to Kerala. Don't say it like this. Tell them in some sort of interesting way, I hail from the capital of India, Delhi. Tell them whatever you want to say in a sort of some extraordinary way. Don't go in that same track in which each and everyone is going, okay? Then further, you have to tell them about your educational qualification. To tell them about your last 2 degrees, okay? If you are a postgraduate one, then you have to tell them about the post-graduation and the graduation one. Last 2 degrees, the subject in which you are specialized, and then your percentage, your marks, whichever you got in your graduation or post-graduation, okay? Moving on, you have to tell them about the awards. or any sort of extracurricular activities, whether it was in your school days or college days. Now they can also ask you something about your strength and your weakness. You have to give a very smart reply. If they are asking you something about your strength, reply them something related to that quality which is required in the banking sector. Means you can say in your strength that you have a lots of patience. In banking sector, really it is required a lot. Some sort of characteristics, some sort of quality which is actually required in your banking profession. The thing which you can say is that your patience level is very high. You have a smart problem solving strategy. See, now you have to keep in your mind some sort of questions. How? Why? You have to keep these words in your mind which they can counter question, which they can do counter questions. Okay. Regarding patience, you can say that you can deal with the amount of customers, with lots of customers without losing your calm. These things are actually required when you are probationary officers, because you will be sitting in the front desk. So these are the characteristics, these are the qualities which are actually required. Okay. Then if they are asking you about your weakness, then you have to give very silly answer about your weakness. You can say that your writing is not too good. Don't say that your writing is bad. You can also say that don't use the word bad. You can also say that you are not satisfied with your writing. If they ask you which is the thing which you want to improve in you, then you can also say the same answer. Sir, I want to improve within me is my writing. I am not satisfied with my writing. From school days only, I want to improve it. Further, if they will ask you, definitely, they asked me also this questions. I hope that they will ask you also. They asked me, who is your role model? You have several persons in your mind, or if you were not having till now in your mind, then please give some sort of figure in your mind that if they will ask you who is your role model, then you have to tell that. Well, what I said was my dad. My answer was my dad. Then they asked me why. Again the same question. Whatever you are going to ask, whatever you are going to give answer, they will definitely ask you why and how. These are their favorite words. Okay. So now you have to explain that also. If you are saying that your role model is Mahatma Gandhi or Narendra Modi or Sarojini Naidu or any Besant, whatever you are saying, then just keep some things in your mind that why. What is that a special characteristic towards which you were so much attracted that you felt that this person is my role model? You have to keep some things in your mind to answer them also. Okay, but guys, I feel that the best answer would be within your family itself. You can say that your dad or your mother or your brother or sister, whoever you feel like. My answer was my dad. They asked me why. I gave the answer of that question also. Moving on, they will ask you something about your family also. Regarding your family, don't go on a very large family tree. Just give a very short answer regarding your parents and your siblings. In your parents, you have to tell the profession of your father and mother. If your only father is professional one, then don't say that this word that my mother is a housewife. Better say this word that my mother is a homemaker. This is quite an impressive word. Okay, so prefer saying that my mother is a homemaker. Okay, if they will ask you something about your hobbies, then guys, most of the students prefer saying that they love reading books. But friends, I felt that this answer is very dangerous. Why it is a dangerous one? Because if you are saying that you love reading books, then they will ask you which sort of books. You have to answer them that also, that in which sort of books you are interested on. This is the hobby in which there can be lots of counter question. If you are giving this answer, then you are giving a very large space to panel only to ask you lots and lots of counter questions. Well, I felt that this is really a dangerous reply. If you are giving something related to sports, then guys, just give at that moment what I felt was just give the real answer. Don't try to pretend fake one. And if you want to play a safe game, then in saying a safe game, I am telling you the answer which I preferred. When they asked me, what is your hobby? I said that my hobby is cooking. it is really a very safe answer. They can't ask you lots of counter question in that. Now, I'm going to discuss with you some questions which I faced regarding banking and something not about me, something about the surroundings, okay? The first question in the list was, what is the difference between bank and banking? I know you all have the answer. I answered at that moment that bank is an institution and banking is the operation, okay? Further, next question was, why do you go to bank? My reply was, I can keep my money safely. This is the reason why I go to bank. The next question was something related to Negotiable Instrument Act. They asked me what is the benefit of Negotiable Instrument Act, why it was implemented, why it came into, what was the purpose behind it. I explained them. They asked me the year in which this act was implemented. I answered them. Then further, they questioned me lots of things related to Negotiable Instrument Act, and I answered near about each and every question. But in the end, they asked me, how many sections are there in Negotiable Instrument Act? At that point of time, I surrendered. And my answer was, sorry sir, I don't have any idea about that. Means they will ask you lots of counter questions. Don't think that if you are going to answer them, then they will stop at that moment. No, it is not mandatory. Whenever you are answering them, at such, they want to take you at that point where you will say sorry. And please guys, don't feel shy in saying that you don't know the answer. Just frankly accept that. You are not a Google. Okay, you can't answer each and everything. There might be some questions which you are not knowing, and that also in the sector of banking. It's not a big deal. Something in the practice of banking and some sort of theoretical banking. There is a difference between both the things. While we were preparing, we were studying for the competitive exam, we were aware of the theoretical thing. But regarding the practical things, we are quite not aware of that. We will get connected when we will be working there, okay? So don't feel shy in surrendering at that point of time. But surrender with a smile on your face. I don't have any real idea about that. Just answer them with a smile, okay? One more thing. If you don't know the answer, then again and again, don't say, sorry, sir, I don't have idea. Sorry, sir. Don't stick to the same sentence. If you don't have idea whether you are unaware of 60% of questions, 60% means many times you want to say sorry sir, sorry sir, sorry sir. So don't say this particular word only each and every time. Just change it. Means you can say that I'm not sure about that. I'm not able to recall. Sorry sir, I don't know anything about this. I'm totally unaware about this word. Just change your sentence again and don't say the same thing, sorry sir, sorry sir, sorry sir. After certain time it becomes monotonous as well as irritating one, okay? Further, they can also ask you, just like they asked me the name of 5 female CM in our country. 5 female CM. See, there can be anything which they can ask. There is no any boundary about that. And most important thing is this, if you are a commerce background student, then definitely they will attack you a lot. Because at that, if you are a commerce student, then you are much aware of these banking terms, okay? And one more thing, if you are a BTech one, then please guys, be prepared for one question. Why after BTech banking? Just be prepared for this question. Especially for BTech ones. Each and every BTech one, my personal experiences and the experiences of my friends and students, I felt that most of the time that why after BTech banking? Okay, some of them are there who are doing BTech, then MBA, and then they are giving bank exam. See, I will suggest you, if you are doing, if you have done BTech and then MBA and then you are giving PO exam, then just be prepared because they are going to definitely ask you. You have lots of switching, lots of variation. Previously you have done BTech, then you preferred management, and now you are preferring banking. You have to keep these questions in your mind. And friends, one more thing, don't get irritated at any point of time, and don't feel ashamed if you are saying sorry sir. Don't feel ashamed at that point of time. See, I'm going to tell you one of the real experiences. One of my student, it is now fashion nowadays, the guys are having spikes. लड़के आजकल spikes रखने के शौकीन हैं. When he entered in the interview room, the panel asked them the first question. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन उससे यही पूछा गया था कि इस हेयर स्टाइल का नाम क्या है, इसको क्या कहते हैं. मुझे भी पता है, शायद पैनल को भी पता होगा कि इसका नाम क्या है या इसे क्या कहते हैं. उसने बताया इसे क्या कहते हैं. तो फिर पैनल ने फर्दर क्वेश्चन ये भी पूछा, आपको क्या ये सब अच्छा लगता है. अगला सवाल उनका यही था पैनल का उस कैंडिडेट से, आपको क्या ये सब अच्छा लगता है. एंड यू नो, कैंडिडेट गेव अ वेरी स्मार्ट आंसर. उसने बहुत ही स्मार्ट आंसर दिया. हालांकि ये फैक्ट है कि वो स्पाइक उसने आर्टिफिशियली करवाए थे जस्ट इन द सेंस ऑफ फैशन, बट वो उस मोमेंट में उसके ऊपर उल्टा पड़ गया था. उसने बहुत बेहतरीन जवाब दिया. उसने ये बोला, सर ये मैंने करवाए नहीं हैं, ये चाइल्डहुड हैं, ये बचपन से ही ऐसे हैं, आई कांट हेल्प इट. और वो एक फिजी सा क्वेश्चन उसके ऊपर आया था, वो एक स्माइल के साथ वहीं पे एंड हो गया. तो आप अगर किसी क्वेश्चन का जवाब आप देने में इनकेपेबल हैं या आप अनकंफर्टेबल फील कर रहे हैं, तो एक थोड़े से स्माइल के साथ थोड़ा सा एक क्रंची रिप्लाई भी कर सकते हैं. यू हैव टू इग्नोर सम पर्टिकुलर वर्ड्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, या. डोंट यूज दिस वर्ड या और यप, क्योंकि हम ईयर के 364 डेज में यही वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं, या, यप. बट एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू हैव टू इग्नोर दिस वर्ड या. यू कैन से येस, ओके. आई नो इट्स क्वाइट टफ, क्योंकि हम 364 डेज अलग बिहेव करते हैं और ऑल ऑफ अ सडन एक दिन हमें थोड़ा सा अलग बिहेव करना पड़ता है. मैं आपको बहुत फेक होने के लिए नहीं कह रही हूँ, आप बहुत फेक मत होइए, बट डेफिनेटली थोड़ा सा स्मार्ट आपको होना पड़ेगा. ओके. एंड द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ दिस, आई कॉन्टैक्ट. आई कॉन्टैक्ट, अगर आपको किसी भी क्वेश्चन का रिप्लाई नहीं आ रहा है, आई कॉन्टैक्ट बनाए रखिएगा. एंड आप जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स लेके जा रहे हैं, आप उस डॉक्यूमेंट को अपने लैप पे रखेंगे. ओके, इज दैट क्लियर. और आपका जो हैंड है, आपको हैंड टेबल पे इस तरह करके नहीं रखना है. दिस इज़ अ प्रोवोकिंग बॉडीज लैंग्वेज. ओके, आपको इस तरह से नहीं बैठना है. आपको टेबल पे हाथ रख के नहीं बैठना है, आपको अपने लैप पे ही हाथ रखने हैं. ठीक, लैप पे रखने हैं और इजी जोन में बैठना है. ना आपको बहुत चेयर पे बेंड होके बैठना है, ना आपको बहुत फ्रंट पे बेंड होके. जस्ट बी इन अ स्ट्रेट पॉस्चर. लेकिन अब इतना भी आप स्ट्रेट मत होइएगा कि आपके बैकबोन में दर्द होने लगे. थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल जोन में रहिएगा. ओके. द बॉडी लैंग्वेज इज डैम इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग. एक चीज़ और, हाथों का मूवमेंट, आई नो इट इज़ इंटरैक्टिव. अगर आप खाली ब्लंटली ऐसे अपनी कोई बात कहते चले जाएंगे तो वो इंटरैक्टिव नहीं लगती है. हैंड्स का यूज़ थोड़ा सा इंटरैक्शन लेकर आता है. डेफिनेटली आप अगर कोई चीज़ कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं, यू कैन यूज़ योर हैंड्स, बट डोंट रिलाई मच ऑन यूजिंग योर हैंड्स. हर बात में आप हैंड शेक मत करिएगा. यूज़ करिएगा, यूटिलाइज करिएगा, बट इन अ लिमिटेड वे. लिमिटेशन में आप यूज़ करिएगा. ओके. ऐसा भी मोमेंट आएगा बीच में कि पैनल में से शायद कोई आपसे कुछ नहीं पूछ रहा होगा, वहाँ एक तरीके की शांति होगी. एक पर्सन से अगले पर्सन पे जाने में, स्विचिंग में शायद बीच का एक गैप आएगा. कई बार वो गैप थोड़ा सा लेंदी हो जाता है. ये नहीं, आप उस मोमेंट में ये मत करिएगा कि यू स्टार्टेड सीइंग हियर एंड देयर. आपको ये सब कुछ नहीं करना है. ठीक है, आपको अपना आई कॉन्टैक्ट बनाए रखना होगा. आप सेंटर्ड रहिएगा पैनल की तरफ ही. ओके. जितनी भी बार मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया है, मैक्सिमम मैक्स टू मैक्स क्वेश्चंस बैंकिंग से रिलेटेड थे. रिगार्डिंग बैंकिंग ऑपरेशंस, व्हाट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन डीडी एंड चेक, व्हाट इज़ सीटीएस, व्हाट इज़ द बेनिफिट ऑफ दिस. आपको ये सब चीज़ें ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेंगी. मॉर्टगेज, कुछ बैंकिंग टर्म्स की मीनिंग पता होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. ठीक है. One more thing that they will ask you, if you are already working, then why are you switching? Why are you coming in banking sector? Okay. And another thing would be your preferences. Why are you preferring this bank? So don't criticize some other bank. Or if you are switching your job, then please guys, don't criticize your previous job. Just tell them the advantage of this job, the advantage of banking, the plus points of PO. Tell them something about that. आप पिछले जॉब को क्रिटिसाइज़ मत करिएगा, ठीक है। अगर आप जॉब स्विच कर रहे हैं तो क्रिटिसाइज़ बिल्कुल मत करिएगा। अगर आप ऑलरेडी किसी बैंक में, क्योंकि कई ऐसे लोग होंगे जो ऑलरेडी किसी बैंक में वर्किंग होंगे क्लैरिकल ग्रेड पे एंड दे वांट टू कम इन द PO1s, ऐसे भी कई लोग होंगे, तो प्लीज़ अपने प्रीवियस को क्रिटिसाइज़ मत करिएगा। ये सबसे निगेटिव इम्पैक्ट छोड़ता है। और आपके प्रेफरेंसेस में आप जिस भी बैंक को प्रेफर कर रहे हैं, अगर उन्होंने पूछा व्हाई आर यू प्रेफरिंग दिस बैंक, don't criticize the rest of the bank. Just show them the positive or the benefits of the preference of whichever bank you are preferring. Okay? I hope this much point is clear to you. If you have any more questions related to interview, then please do post your questions in the comment box. I am here to deal with all of your counter questions. Don't hesitate to ask them. You can ask your questions in the comment section. Okay? So guys, best of luck for your interview. Stay confident, okay? Best of luck.